All right, so everybody, one of our classmates asked a question about this idea of it's a constant function or not. So the directions here say graph the linear function, and let's see, we have f of x equals 1/3 x minus 4. So remember, I'm thinking about this, y'all, in terms of my y equals mx plus b, right? So in this case, my m is 1/3, my b is the number -4. So this number here, y'all, is always going to be my y-intercept, where we're going to start on the y-axis, always the y-axis, okay? It's always going to start on this line somewhere, okay? So in this case, my b is a -4. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back over here, and let me see if I can do this. I'm doing this on my iPad, so hopefully this works out nice and pretty. Let's see. Okay, so I want to get my line feature going, okay? And our line was at -4, so I told you all right there. Oops, maybe not that one. Let me clear that. Yes, I'm going to clear it. Okay, let me try it again at -4. Right there. There we go. My slope is 1 over 3. So I probably need to clear this again. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah. Okay, let me try this again. So, boom, right there. And then I'm going to go up 1 and over 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Okay. So there's my graph. Okay, we're going to save it. Okay. And let me see. I'm going to check my answer. And so far, we're doing okay. Now, it's asking me if this is a constant function. So I'm going to select no, but then I'm going to show you guys when would it be a constant function. Okay, so I'm going to go through this here. Guys, remember, on linear functions, my domain and range are always going to be all real numbers, right? So I would go like this. From here, I would put parentheses from -infinity to infinity. Go like that. Perfect. What about my range? My range is going to be the same way. So I'm going to go right here again from -infinity to infinity, because my range, I'm going to show you guys real quick. Okay, so before I go on, I want to explain why the domain and the range from -infinity to infinity. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and then I will do it so that I can draw on it nice and pretty. Here we go. Okay, we got it here. I'm going to use red for my domain. So my domain, I'm using the red ink. What my domain says is go anywhere along this line here. Any point on that red line. No matter how far to the left or how far to the right you go. You pick any point, you go down, you're going to hit your graph. You pick a point here, you go up, you're going to hit your graph. You're right there, you're hitting the graph. No matter where you go on that red line, you're going to, and if you go up or down, you'll hit your graph. That's why my domain is from -infinity to infinity. All the way over here to the left at -infinity, or all the way over here to the right at +infinity. Now, I'm going to do the range. I'm going to use green for the range. So here's my green line, okay? The range, y'all, is on the y-axis, okay? So my range. So down here is -infinity, and up here is +infinity. What the range now says is, don't worry about the red anymore. Now we're doing the green. What the range says is pick any point on your green line, okay? If you go to the left or you go to the right, you should hit your line. And you might be looking at it and say, I don't think I'm going to hit my line. Remember, that line goes forever and ever and ever. So you keep going to the, here we go. You keep going to the left, you'll hit it. No matter where you go, you'll hit it. You go over here, go to the left, you'll hit it, right? You're right here, you're on your line. Right here, go to the right, oops. Go to the right, you're going to hit it. That's why the domain and the range are from -infinity, oops, to +infinity, okay? Now, the original question was, let me see, is it a constant function? Okay, so let me give you an example of what a constant function looks like. Constant function would look something like this. F of x equals, say, 2. So when I think of this y equals mx plus b stuff, right? And I look at this right here, I say, look, you know what? I don't have an x here. That tells me that my m is 0. But my b number here would be equal to 2. So what does that mean I would have? I would have something that's going to look kind of like this, okay? Here's my x-axis, here's my y-axis, okay? I'm going to go up to y equals 2, 1, 2. That's going to be the point that I'm going to plot. Since I don't have a slope, or since my slope is 0, remember what that means. I can think of that as 0 over 1. What does that mean? Don't go up 0. Just go over 1. Just go over 1. Just go over 1. This here, y'all, is what we call a constant function. It's constant because no matter where you go on the x-axis, positive 3 or negative 4, if you go up, what's the y number? The y number is 2. If you go up, what's the y number? The y number is 2. We call it a constant function because y is constantly going to be equal to the number 2. That's basically what the idea of a constant function is, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to kind of explain that to y'all. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help.